While we are here wallowing in our green and orange, we have high levels of corruption happening in our parliament. Repost, like, and share this video if you see the corruption here.
So, thank you, Madam Speaker.
Member Cousins, please. I can hear you very clearly, which means you're speaking loudly, and you have repeated your statement 3 times. I know that it is enjoyable in the House to make a lot of noise. However, this Speaker is not going to tolerate when a member is on their feet that we continue to shout across the House. I have read the record of Hansard, and it makes it absolutely difficult to understand sometimes what was happening in the Parliament, and it is because of exactly that. When our Prime Minister is on his feet, when your leader of opposition is on his feet, one would expect that respect is due across the House. The same must happen for every member. So, I am going to ask for the very last time, allow the Prime Minister to complete his presentation, because this is a matter that is important and of national importance and of our own national security.
What it appears to me is that the wife of the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party has made her way to the position of Speaker of the House. This is very interesting. And this is what I've been saying all along, that information is flying over the people's head, or the people will see these things and make no ruckus about it, because guess what? The people do not understand. The majority of the people do not realize the level of corruption that is being displayed right in front of them eyes. I am open to the idea that I am ignorant and I am not 100% sure of what I'm talking about. I would like for you to tell me if this is not conflict of interest and possibly nepotism. Now that we get that out the way, because what people could caption this, and no disrespect to the person who captioned it, see, is that the Prime Minister wife attack up for her man. And that you see, it just reinforces my assessment that the Jamaican people are sleeping in a bathwater of ignorance. Just cool, no man. So watch out. Juliet Holness, now being Speaker of the House, holding such powerful position, while her husband is just right there being Prime Minister. Just think about it. Zane is just identified that the behavior of parliamentarians were disrespectful all along. Like she never see this all along. Nobody saw this to address it all along. Just know it should be addressed because it's her husband on the floor. Now you tell me, what kind of levels of emotions could be spewing out within these two positions? You don't see conflict of interest. You don't see the conflict of interest right in our face, like it right there. So like my brain is spraying over seeing it and nobody else now see it. Why the Jamaican people now see nothing? Mine don't make me mad out here, man. Cause me can't understand how come the Jamaican people don't see this and be talking about this and load up this. We just love to load up a bag of horse shit. Run up and down for a motorcade and put on green and orange. And now me know why these two colonial parties refuse to address discipline in schools. Because we know that with discipline comes a set of children who will be able to properly read and write and to understand laws, principles. They don't want that. Because then they will get a set of people who will scrutinize their action properly. And then this level of corruption cannot prevail. Check it now, man. Let me tell you something. Based on what me I see, many members of the generations to come will never be able to read a manifesto and understand it. They'll never be able to read a legal document and understand it, because the system produced them to be ignorant members of society, ignorant to politics. And so when obvious corruption like these take place right in front of their eyes, they cannot properly decipher it and speak out and lash out against it. So I say, yeah man, they must just take it and go on. You remember when we used to hear say, we cannot work in a particular position because we have a cousin. As far as a cousin in the same organization, who remember that they say it would be a conflict of interest. Who remember that if you have a big organization and you employ anybody that is a family member, they would call nepotism on it. See me? And consequence would follow such actions. Well, here we have our Jamaica Labour Party displaying the same conflict of interest, but them clamped down on for years, and possibly nepotism. And I'm gonna leave everybody with this, you see. Let us play a fool. Let us give them the benefit of the doubt. It could be a case that she earned her position fair and square, and maybe it will be a long stretch to call out nepotism, but you cannot hide from the conflict of interest being displayed here and the potential conflict of interest to be displayed in these two positions.